Okay. Her difficult rating is fair. It looks like she's 3 stars in terms of difficulty. I would say she's the hardest hunter yet. Is that Ivy? Yeah, we're reviewing her on someone else's channel. I'm assuming this is stuff that was created on the PBE. So, or it's not called PBE. I'm assuming it's some kind of closed beta server. Test server, that's what it's called. She's so pretty, yeah. So it looks like they're just kind of... She has a lot of abilities, and this is probably like the most out of any hunter. Like, her macro probably isn't the same as Dream Witch, or her micro is probably not the same as Dream Witch. It might not even be as good as Clerk's, but I'm assuming she's going to be like a very, very complicated mix between like Bloody Queen and Clerk, or no, Bloody Queen and like Dream Witch and something like that. Her animations are so pretty. Yeah, so she has a second playable form which she can release with this button. It's on caps lock. So if you haven't changed a lot of your keybind settings, you might have to for this one. Press it once to release the spirit. Okay, so this is how she summons it. I've seen this in the videos before. Press it again to switch between the bodies. Here, let me take off my jacket too. Okay, this is something I need to know. Hold on, wait. So... okay, one of the big things, like a couple of the big things that I always stay on the lookout for most hunters is like, what are the cooldowns on your abilities? So those are always super big for me. Oh, I love her animations. That one had me a little flustered. All these actions have no cooldown. Do them as many times as you want. Wait, what? What is M? I'm assuming this has no cooldown, which is kind of nuts. Honestly, this was like the biggest problem between Dream Witch and her bodies, which is why she's so hard to macro. It's because when you switch between Dream Witch and her bodies, there's at least I think it's 2 seconds. A full 2 seconds of not being able to switch between any of your other bodies. So every time you switch, there's a 2-second delay. But if there's no cooldown going between your main body and your thing, that is probably very, very strong. Like, it's stronger than Dream Witch in my estimation. Survivors can't see the spirit and you can't attack them with it too. That's fair. And the fact that you can't see it is kind of big too. You can only go through windows or drop health. Oh. Wait, can she go back through that hospital window though? You won't be able to fly above any other obstacles. Okay. So just pallets and windows. That's fair. Dinner sounds really yummy. I had mashed some kind of potatoes too. It doesn't have any distance limitations. Okay. So you can't go back through that window. Okay. Makes sense. That's fair. Won't stop walking if you switch. Okay, this is one thing that I always wanted to know. So it seems like she works. YouTube will be delayed about like maybe just 3 or 4 seconds, but that's okay. It seems like this is so important to me. Being able to walk while controlling your spirit. This is why Dream Witch is powerful. It's because she can hunt 2 people at the same time. Like, I think she's going to be kind of crazy strong. She controls exactly as a Dream Witch follower. Yeah, okay. So people who play Dream Witch... Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for making her similar to Dream Witch. Because I was always hoping there'd be like a more... like the buffs that I wanted to give to Dream Witch, like being able to switch between followers quicker, or like this constantly going while being able to switch between your bodies. I think this is like a better quality of life version of Dream Witch. I always hated having that 2-second cooldown there. Loving her as a Yidra main, exactly, because I love playing Dream Witch too, but like I've always had gripes about her cooldown between switching bodies. I've always wanted to do it super quick, but I was never able to. So the fact that you can still do this, like simultaneously hunt, is just amazing. I wonder if the spirit can walk in her main body while you're on her main body. Like, can you leave it going forward? I think that's important. Also, it's going to be a little complicated going through certain areas because, like, I know there's large sections of the map that you can't really walk through. Like, luckily, she's on Ever Sleeping, so you can walk down straight lines and not run into anything. But, like, on Arms Factory or something, if you're trying to run it through like ruins or like something stupid, then it's going to be problematic having to walk through it anyways. But I think it's really good. Both the spirit and the ivy can see each other. Okay, that's not a big deal. I mean, like that's how it should be. It's kind of like a leech in that sense. Okay, so she can just, I think that's this button that she just used to recall it to her face. Hey Emmy, welcome in. Snow Day, hello, hello. Hey Cobb. Yeah, I'm just reacting to the Ivy video right now. The icon that is the new negative status called corruption. Okay. What time is it there? It's currently 7:10 p.m. Once it gets to 100 survivors, lose control. This is what I saw in the video. That they would get frightened and slowly walk towards you. And I'm kind of curious if this will make them vault over objects too. Like, if they're by a window, will they try to vault in? You can just terror shock them, because that would be kind of overpowered. Use that simplify your chase. Yeah. So this is her like main way to hunt people. You can accumulate this effect in several ways. One, the survivor gets corruption points every second by looking at your face. Okay, so they get 4 corruption points every second by looking at your face within 15 meters. Okay, so if they're not looking at you, they don't get any corruption, even if you're within their terror radius. Your face should appear on their screen. Okay, so it's one of those abilities. That's okay. That works on Ivy's face only? Okay. So, honestly, not bad. But a lot, like, I think this counteracts a lot of survivors that rely on looking at the hunter. For example, like harassers and stuff. Like survivors that need to look at the hunter, like Seer. It's going to be so good against Seer, or like Batter, who need to look at the hunter. And also, like, if you're not looking, she's going to sneak up on you really quick. One of the biggest things to know as survivor is you have to be like looking at the hunter to know how to kite. And if you're not looking, then you're gonna get smacked. Oh, that's the scare button. That's not the recall. Oh god, that's loud. I kind of want to turn that down. If you get it on their screen, they'll receive 40. What happens if you miss? 15 seconds for each scare. Okay. So 15 seconds isn't bad. Okay, so this doesn't seem too hard. But the thing is, like, automatically plays the camera angle after using the scare skill. Okay. God, she's gonna... Ivy's not behaving like that. So her scare is positional. And the spirit scare is face forward all the time. That makes sense. I don't know why they made it so complicated. Each scare has a 15-second cooldown. Okay, but there's a twist. Oh wait, are they on separate cooldowns? Oh please. Do not shut this. Okay, let's go. Honestly, this is gonna make her so strong. Like, if this and that are on 2 separate cooldowns, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Each form has its individual scare. Okay, that's pretty strong, because you can, if you catch them twice, that's 80 pretty much, and you can't look at her again. Plus, it seems like when they grab on, this stone gives them a little bit too. 9 points every second. So if you're in it for 2 seconds, it's 18 already. That's 40 extras right when you teleport. Oh, you have to be at max presence to do this one. The animations are so cool. I love it. I'm so excited. Me too. She's coming out in 2 weeks. Or probably like 3 for me, because I don't think I'm gonna wail on her. I don't think I can. I really want to. We'll get the stones later. Okay. The stones seem to be like pretty important for like anti-looping in certain areas. That's great, actually. That's kind of crazy. The stones you can use for anti-looping in certain areas, and then the scare you can just do for long areas. Where the survivor gets less corruption if they're within 20 meters from your teammate. Okay, I'm gonna have to practice this so much. So this is just like a little bit of a... It's just like Naiad. Okay, it still gives them a ton. It's like Naiad, where if there's a shared survivor, then the water just builds up a lot less. Where's Prisoner? How do you maintain the corruption points? Okay. It's simple, just keep the targeted survivor inside the terror radius. Okay. Okay, that's not complicated at all. Clutch Lady? That's gonna be your new name. I heard the tram. Even if you scare them more, this course won't stop draining. I wonder if he's hitting just to 99. Hit, like... Oh. Well, where's she walking? So it looks like if you're not within the Hunter's terror radius, it does stun you, but it just moves you around slowly. Won't follow Ivy if it's... Okay, okay. So they just wander around. That's pretty useless then. But you should always be chasing them if you're doing this. I would just imagine Ivy as like a hunter with really good chase. Kind of like Opera Singer. You have to stay nearby corrupted survivors. Okay, that makes sense. That's fair enough. It looks like there's a 3-second delay before it's... Okay, this is gonna get annoying. I love this. Like... Ooh. Oh, and the new trait. That's right. I'm kind of excited. Rise, hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, this is gonna piss off survivors so much. Oh my goodness. I love that effect. Ivy is invisible. The blackout effect will expose him anyways. Okay, so... Wait. This is kind of a question that I have, but if the spirit is present, but she's not on the spirit, I wonder if it'll give him the same effect. Because technically, Ivy can walk, and so 2 people could be within it, but she can only be on one body at one time. So this is good for survivors who don't look back while kiting. I mean, if they're not looking back, then they risk getting terror shocked or just hit in general. So they still should look at the hunter. It's just this one's going to make it hard for them. Even when you're not controlling Ivy, her red flash and terror radius will still be active. Oh, perfect, perfect. So it's kind of like the opposite of Dream Witch, where you... Well, I guess you can't really mind game them. Does this give them the terror radius? Or the heartbeat? Yeah, you can't mind game them, but honestly, like, it hardly ever works as Dream Witch anyways. Milky, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Wait, don't I know you? Hey, it's the Milky. How are ya? Okay. This button's... I think this is the thing we saw in the video, the possession thing. And I'm not exactly sure how it works. Hey Ray, welcome in. Hikaru, hello, hello. How's stream? It's good. We just got started, actually. Today, I planned on playing Genshin, but apparently I didn't know there was maintenance today, so we're not doing Genshin anymore. Haha. Cashews, hey, welcome in. As I said, I'm doing a reaction to a video right now. This is the new Hunter Ivy that's going to be coming out next week. It's like 21st or something. And you'll be able to get her if you roll on her for the essence, but it's going to be highly, highly unlikely. Hey Sentenchi, welcome back. Or good to see you. Possess server high life throw. Okay, so it gives you tracking. You probably don't need... I wonder if it'll give him like Clark debuff too. I know she like hovered over the abilities recently, but she didn't really like let me see him. Okay, so the arrow shows where their face is looking. That is really... You can see all the quick messages from the survivors. What the heck? She's actually kind of insane. You have to possess them though. Hitting possess survivor one. Okay. That is actually crazy. So you can tell if people are... Well, survivors don't really listen to each other anyways. I just want to see them spam the you're on your own ping. That cheats? That's so crazy. I love that though. Wish I would definitely counter that. Yeah, that's true. Not another solo queue hunter. So the purple is your cooldown on it. We can see you're on your own. That's so funny. They'll still ping anyways. Well, actually, the upside to that is probably to see the pings of the Cipher progress. And I think that's where that's going to really come in handy. I really want to know, like, is this Cipher close to being primed or not, or should I worry? Obviously, like, when you get towards the end, there's accelerated decoding. It's going to matter a little bit less because 10% goes by like that in a flash. So you'll probably have to be a little bit more, like at least you'll know if it's like 50% between 80% or something like that, and you can respond accordingly. If you unpossess, that come blue. Okay, so that's the cooldown, I think, of how often you can possess, and I think it was like 40 seconds. They said that you can see Cipher progress. Yeah, I think that's where it's going to come in handy the most. And also just generally being toxic is kind of funny when they're to each other. I would never do it. No, you didn't hear that from me though. Okay, so no possessions will stop corruption. It needs to maintain your body. Okay, so possession is, I think the only thing you use possession for is to spawn these stones, and the arrow is actually going to be so important. Remember those floating stones? Yeah, because you can teleport to them. I thought the CD was for all survivors. Appear automatically each time you possess someone. Okay. So what happens if you like? You can generate up to 6 of them. They stay on the map for 150 seconds. Oh, that's a while. It's not that long, but it's a while. Have hazardous zones in which survivors get 9. This is actually like a lot too. So I wonder if you can possess 2 of them at a time. Like if you just wait, is there no cooldown individually between possessions? I'm kind of curious about that. Her map pressure at full presence is going to be crazy. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. The best part about these rocks is you can teleport to them from anywhere. That is crazy. Because her spirit has no range. Your teleport has no recovery. No recovery teleport. Oh, it's 45 seconds. But there's no cooldown on the activation. Her map presence is actually kind of insane. You can always possess. Wait, what does it say? Sorry, I keep looking at chat. You know it's journey more rest with a survivor. Yeah, you guys thought opera singer was bad. I mean, it's gonna be a nightmare. Okay. Okay, so it does double up. Wait, does it double up? The more you'll have, the more. Okay. No, it doesn't double up. Yeah, so it doesn't actually double, but does looking at her face and being in the zone stack, or does it just take the greater of the two? Hold on, let me take a look at that. Oh, hold on, that's not far back enough. So these are both going up at the same rate. Okay, so they both got... they just kind of keep eating it right now. I want her to like walk in front of someone. No, I don't. Wait. Oh, she moved. Dude, stay still. I think it does a little bit. I think it does stack just a little bit. I'm so excited for Ivy. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, that one gives a lot. So if you have two and they're right next to each other, you might as well just use it to blow them up. Plus, like, I hear you can get rid of them. Yeah, you can destroy it. And it looks like... it oh no! It doesn't generate if you touch the rock. So it's like Hellenberg puppets where you're touching it like deactivates it. But I think you can still teleport it to him. I wonder if it'll notify the hunter if someone's doing that or not. You can destroy the rock only after... Okay, but you can't destroy it right off the bat, which is kind of crazy. I think that... So if you leave it just like on top of a Cipher, That is actually so much control over the Cipher. That's 40 seconds of that Cipher being locked down. That's actually so nuts. What the heck? And there's no... Oh, it's a 40-second cooldown dropping it at 40... Wait a second. There's got to be something wrong here. I must not be understanding this correctly. If you possess someone, it drops a rock that can't be deconstructed for 40 seconds. And if you're in the radius, then that's 40 seconds. But if you get off of them and you repossess them, or if you get off of them, it's a 40-second cooldown for repossession? You can just infinitely lock down ciphers like Naiad Water, can't you? I might be misunderstanding this. Okay, it doesn't look like it stacks. Because this mercenary is getting at the same rate as the perfumer. Yeah, this is important. If you press the scare button, the spirit will appear on the opposite side of your camera. Okay. That makes sense. I think that's important. So if you scare while in possession, it knocks off your possession and it puts it on cooldown, but it's like a guaranteed hit. I'd probably use it for a down, since Ivy can still walk in long areas anyways. It's gonna make transitioning against Ivy a nightmare. Like, honestly, that's like the most overpowered thing for survivors right now is transition kiting. So I'm really glad that we have someone who can take care of that. Like, it doesn't work as great against like, the only hunters that can kind of deal with it are like Breaking Wheel can sort of deal with it. Dreamwitch can sort of deal with it. I guess Undead, but it's an Undead. Mad Eyes, but it's a Mad Eyes. So there's like very few hunters that can deal with just constant transitioning. But I think this will help a lot. Like, you use the rocks to force them to transition, and then you use the spirit to catch them while transitioning. Yeah, that's 100 right there. That comes up so quick. But she's so far. Oh, okay. It's not that big a deal. Your possession will be back in the cooldown. I'm gonna have to like get used to this a lot because Ivy seems to. She has so many mechanics. This guide video is 23 minutes long. Okay, so they're talking about like tricks how you can use Ivy. Oh god, that's so loud. It's so like loud and it happens so fast. Okay, so this is how you deal with harassers, but you can only harass people. Okay, that's what we saw in the video, which is great. So batters, forwards, and whatnot are gonna have trouble with them. Yeah, this is what I was gonna be afraid of. Like, so forward can still be effective on her if you're not careful with which direction he's coming from. So if forward was behind her, like, you'd have... So when you charge as forward, I've never played forward before, but I've used a football once or twice. I believe it locks your camera in the direction that you're charging in to face. So you can't charge in one direction and then not be looking at that same direction, can you? Or wait, no. I think you can. Like, you can charge backwards while looking forwards, but that's going to be so awkward. I wonder if the stones also have like a physical location. Then again, if you're trying to knock into someone, like directly into someone without looking at their face, is also going to be quite difficult. Okay, yeah, see, if you don't hit it like... She wasn't... Wait, how far off was this? Oh, it was pretty far off, never mind. It's like literally 90 degrees. You didn't even knock him into anything. You just kind of dropped him. What the heck? Oh, Wings Club, thank you for the stuff. Con, thank you for the gifts, by the way. Oh, and it's actually has a huge range on it. The possession's definitely going to help a lot. Control the spirit while Ivy is carrying someone in balloons. Oh, so this part is also just like Dream Witch. I like that. Switch while ballooning. It's probably a lot smoother. It's really nice because this thing is much taller and faster. Like, this is Dream Witch speed. And she is like just regular hunter speed. She's unfamiliar but confusing at the same time. She is probably one of the more complex hunters. I don't really recommend her for someone who's never hunted before then. Like, did you see? She has the 3 difficulty rating. I believe, like, the hardest hunters to play, Mad Eyes, Dream Witch, Clerk, and then this new girl. She is kind of... Like, even with all this, like, keep in mind, like, her chase is really, really good, but her map Cipher pressure before first presence is kind of eh. Like, she's not like Clerk, who can just straight up lock down the Cipher, right? She has to chase the second one down with her spirit, and she can recall to it, but I feel like she has the same problem that Bloody Queen has, that she's a single hit hunter, and if you just like, the thing is, like, for Bloody Queen, if you just dodge 2 mirrors, you automatically won a tie just by playing the game regularly, and just don't get terror shocked. She's probably pretty weak to those situations, but I think she has a lot more in her kit to deal with other people. He'll still be possessed. Okay. I mean, don't want him to struggle out, but okay. Plus, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Cowboy has to look to lasso, right? He always looks forward. There's certain characters that can, like, look backwards and charge. I don't know if Cowboy's one of them. This cooldown will be reset. The host can... Oh, that's kind of crazy. So if you possess them, knock them down, you can just make a second stone here. Nice. Okay, great. Oh, wait. Does this grant vision? He's not even in the stone. How does she see him? Okay. She can set up a rock on the chair. Yeah, but remember, if someone's on the chair and there's a rock there, it generates the fear a lot slower. Like, it's like Naiad water. So if someone's on the chair versus someone's not on the chair close by, it'll generate at like almost less than half the speed. That's not really great. It's still useful, of course, especially if you're going to use the scare to give them just like 40 and then teleport it. If you're at full presence, it's kind of crazy. Like, you use scare, that gives them 40. If they're standing next to it, it gives them a lot. And then you teleport to the stone that's already on the chair, that's another 40. Like, you guarantee a basic hit at least. Yeah, full presence, this is going to be crazy. You're going to have to get really used to her, because, like, she's going to take so much map knowledge and control to play, though. Good morning, Colby. After possessing, quickly switch. Yeah. She doesn't like... Okay, so one thing is like a Dream Witch, I always leave my characters to walk if I can. So... Wait, what was the tip? After possessing, quickly switch to Ivy and teleport. Okay, yeah. This one's just kind of a thing that you do. So preferably, like, it doesn't even have to be on the Cipher, but like, I'd probably use... Okay, she's already a full presence in this picture. But you probably want to use the stones and generate them, like, in non-loopable areas, I guess. It'll probably throw a lot of survivors off right at the start. Like, I think a lot of the times, there are hunters that get released, and then they do really poorly because no one knows how to play them. But in ITV, I think more often than not, when they release a new hunter, like, it's the survivors that don't know how to play against them that create, like, more of a disparity between the win-loss ratio of the hunter. Hey, Strawberry Trek Raisin, hey, welcome in. Wow, that shock was instant. These bots are kind of crazy. This is not really like a trick or anything. And plus, it's not going to happen that way since she starts off at full presence. Your first chase is going to be... kind of eh. Well, I mean, your first chase will still be pretty good, but it's going to be highly dependent on how good you are at controlling her. Ooh. Oh, she perfumed. Okay, so that's good to know too. Like, it's not like an instant teleport. It's like a teleport. Release the survivor and find decoding survivor. Honestly, I would keep walking too. Because, like, you want to push people off ciphers as fast as you can. It looks like she started late because there's a cipher already done here. This thing is hella quick, though. Just great. Oh, right. You can't really look. Okay, it looks like she's not using cooldowns right now because it doesn't look like she's using any of her cooldowns. I'm probably going to rebind these to 1 and 2. Wow, that owl. Okay, so it generates at 93 already after 1 scare. To be fair, she's not really like... Did the bots know not to look? Okay, so that's an example of her kiting him, or forcing him to kite back into areas. And honestly, this is gonna trip survivors up so much too, because I think there's a lot of survivors, especially me, who's not like an amazing kiter, but like you can abuse really, like me actually, I'm not an amazing kiter. I know how to abuse really overpowered spots, and I know how to pallet spam, but it's not gonna help you out here. Not against her. It helps you against like a lot of hunters that don't have a way to deal with it. So like Nightmare, Violetta, even like what is it, like Wuchang? A lot of them can't deal with just pallet spamming. This pops it off. I don't know how I feel about... Okay, that I wanted to know too. Her pallet breaking speed is like... mid. That's another thing, like, the way survivor cameras look, I've dropped pallets without looking at the hunter before. And I think that is... Like, survivors can do almost anything, any interaction singularly, without having to look backwards. But this is going to be, like, so curious. And I kind of want to know where people are looking. Mobile Mo Gaming, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Whose skin do you have? That's the Wushang Link Click skin. Oh, by the way, if you're watching from TikTok, try switching it to landscape mode. That way you can see the full screen. I'm currently streaming it to full screen right now, but if you're on portrait mode, you probably aren't able to see it right now. That bot just emote? What the heck? See, this is the thing. That's why they didn't pop the Cipher. Because the seer was feared here. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, why didn't they just pop it? That Cipher was clearly primed, but that's probably why. Hey, Evan. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, and it looks like you can just generate the stone at the chair. So you can leave the chair to proxy camp. Let me think about that. You can leave the stone here, send your character, send IV one way, and then send the spirit another way. Because you can just teleport back. And this way, like, you probably definitely want wanted order. You probably want, you want wanted order, and then probably just your typical detention, maybe insolence even. I don't even know if you need trump card on her. Because you can, like, we have the gateway now, right? Oh, thank you for the follow, Mobile. Still no pop? Wait, can you... Oh. Interesting. That seer did not have borrowed time. There's no way you had borrowed time when you walked that slowly. Huh? Oh, well, I guess you can't see your own red light as a hunter. Okay, yeah, this person probably just doesn't play Dream Witch as often, so like if you can switch between the two characters with no cooldown, I feel like that is way more overpowered than you think it is, especially with how fast that spirit moves. Keep on surrounded rocks, but not related 4 seconds. Yeah, and this is also another thing. You can't dismantle it for 40 seconds, and it lasts for about a little over 2 minutes. This is gonna make so many survivors just be on edge. Well, I guess if you see this, like, people immediately start running. But it doesn't matter if you start running immediately, because she can just teleport. Like, the moment she latches on, she'll just teleport like that, yeah. That's like... Wait a second. Okay, so you're kind of just, like, trying to get lucky here. Like, okay, this is her chasing a real person. So we know he knows. But how do you know which way he's looking? Yeah, so you have to get lucky here. And it's on a 15-second cooldown. This is probably what you want to do. So, like, you're gonna have to, like, get lucky to do it this way. So that spawns the stone. Immediate teleportation. Oh, he gets caught on the pallet. It just builds up so quickly. If you get the first scare, that's going to be pretty good. It's 15 seconds. You can kind of like force the second scare. Plus, she still has her scare. And then this one's probably going to be up soon again. Okay, he's just walking into walls now. But like, other than that, she doesn't have a ton of chasing capabilities. Like, her first hit is going to be relatively easy. There you go. The moment it turns red, it's like when it's okay to do it. Why doesn't she, like, force a scare? Okay. Oh, wait. Does she not have it off cooldown? No, it's off cooldown right here. She should have, like, forced a scare a while back ago. Let me just check the cooldown. Yeah, it's already up. And I don't know if she's walking in the right direction, even. Yeah, she walked into there. You need to change back and forth a lot quicker, especially if there's no... Ooh, okay. If there's no cooldown to abuse it, like, you can just abuse the heck out of it. One thing you can notice, no blink predicts, okay. Like, if you notice, this is something like most high tier hunters will notice too, but your character actually looks back. So you can kind of tell where they're looking if they're not decoding a cipher. If they're decoding a cipher, you can't tell at all. Or if they're vaulting a window or doing any interaction, your camera can look every which way. But if you're just kiting, like, you can tell because they look back. See, look, he's looking back right there. Even without, he just did it again. You can tell, like, relatively close where they're looking. But the red arrow definitely helps if you aren't using that. You just have to keep an eye on the ground. And I'm glad that it highlights it for you because it's kind of eh. I think that's it for the whole video. Okay, yeah. I mean, huge props to Skushenka's studio for releasing that video. I mean, maybe someday IDV will give me permission to be on their test server so that I can also make these kinds of guides for you guys and release my thoughts on it. Maybe even in like Word format so that it's a little bit easier for you to digest rather than having you read everything. But yeah, like, I'm very thankful for them of having to release a server, and this is their YouTube channel. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and if you liked that video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and hit the notification bell for more. Also, a huge shout out to my patrons who help keep my channel going. Love you all, and see you next time.